liquid sales are usually your biggest profit margin.
Yeah.
Coffee, water, wine, beer.
Yeah.
They all, you have 2 guys doing that,
Yeah.
and you have 10 chefs in the kitchen and 15 people in front of the house, or 25 people doing the food, 2 guys doing the beverage, and that's your biggest profit center.
Apart from the HR, the sommelier part of
Yeah.
it, people part, there is a science behind the menu planning, the deco.
Yeah.
Based on your experience, this is for the restaurant owners, right?
Yeah.
Like what elements they can pay attention to or checklist
Yeah.
to help drive wine sales.
Yeah. Caravan for us has been, an absolute game changer. We do 900 wines by the glass, and most of them are with Caravan. You got to use Caravan correctly, and we store all of our wines by the glass horizontally. So you've got the bottle; it lies on its side. So you've got the airspace with argon gas in it.
Uh-huh.
It's not stood up, so the argon's not pushing directly against the cork, so there's no chance of any leakage. It's laid on its side in a storage cabinet, which is kept cool and dark. So that sort of stuff, it means that we can keep wines literally for years.
Uh-huh.
So that's why we can have such a big list.
Wow.
So if you're going to use Caravan, make sure that you've got the right storage space to put the bottles after you've used the Caravan.
Uh-huh.
A big selection of wines by the glass is very important for a restaurateur. But I think that driving wine sales for a restaurateur, the main thing is you don't necessarily need to have a sommelier, a formal sommelier with a great badge and all that sort of stuff. But you need to have someone who's dedicated to beverage service.
Got it.
Liquid sales are usually your biggest profit margin.
Yeah.
Coffee, water, wine, beer.
Yeah.
They all, you have 2 guys doing that,
Yeah.
and you have 10 chefs in the kitchen and 15 people in front of the house, or 25 people doing the food, 2 guys doing the beverage, and that's your biggest profit center.
True.
So you've got to have someone who's really, and not the restaurant manager who's also managing the customers and the staff and the bookings and the laundry and doing all that sort of stuff. And on the side, you're looking after the wine list as well.
Yeah.
You need someone that's going to make sure that deliveries are correct,
Yeah.
and that you're paying for what you think you're paying for.
Yeah.
The volumes of wine, if you ordered a case, you're getting 12 bottles, you're not getting a case of 6.
Yeah.
So making sure all of that stock is right. And then if you have faulty wines, making sure that goes back to the supplier.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, often someone's cellar can be, it can be a very, very expensive thing. And it's neglected. They don't really have someone looking after it.
But I think a lot of times they need to be reaching the affordability factor as well, right?
Yeah.
You think that it pays itself?
I think so, yeah, and I think so. And even if that's an upsell, when you're in a busy restaurant, you've got 4 people, they've drunk a bottle of red wine, and you're kind of looking at the glasses and you're thinking the glasses are getting a bit low,
Yeah.
but I'm busy because I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do the
True.
other. But if you've got someone there who can go and say, would you like another bottle?
Yeah.
The customers are probably going to say, yeah. So you sell that second bottle.